Hey guys, I'm on Segway Patrol. As you can see, it is pouring with rain out there. Pouring with the rain, so I had an energy drink, so I just brought it out, drank it. There's one thing I forgot to say about Odin. You know how he's depicted as a wise man? I just said it. You know how he's depicted as an old man? It's because it's a metaphor. It's not because he's old, it's a metaphor for wisdom. You could be a young person and be wise beyond your years. You could be someone who's like 7 years old or something, but maybe your father was a millionaire and your mother was like a business owner and all this stuff. And so you think you don't know much in comparison to them, but in comparison to your average everyday person, you know a lot. So you're wiser beyond your years. Then there's those who learn from experience, you know. Well, that's experience too, because you're experiencing your parents, but it's not personal experience until you start applying it. There's those who learn from personal experience. Only reason why I didn't make it further yet, which I know I will, is sabotage. Everything that, like, even if I just told my closest relatives or something, and now it's like, well, I want to help others and just learn along the way, you know? I want to help others like me, not just, you know, I want to help a specific group because I only got a certain amount of energy. You know, now if others can take the information and apply it and they're not cruel or anything, then that's cool. But being a person who has mild ADHD, I have, how do I put it? If I'm, okay, it's not just like, oh, you know, I'm not interested, I don't care. It's, I literally find it like a marathon just getting to work. Okay, but when it's something else like, oh, we're going for a bushwalk today, or we're gonna this other thing that, whatever, you know, things that intrigue my interest, things that do all these things, that is easy for me to do. But it's like doing a marathon to do things that are, because these things, you know, if you're born with it, you're so used to it that you can't put yourself in other people's shoes. But other people just like, get up and do it, right? But then as soon as there's other things that take a lot more, you know, like they could be interested in something hard out, and then like the next year they've lost interest, right? And then but someone with like me can be interested in something and be like, oh, I suppose, okay, this other person might focus on it for like 1 hour or a day or something. This is more of a better example. And a year goes by and they're still doing 1 hour a day and these different things, and I'm the type of guy that gets my mind focused on 2 or 3 things, and I'm doing 4 or 5 hours a day. So of course when it comes to those specific 2 or 3 things, I'm the man. And you know, like we're usually the ones who get to the top of the field in those 2 or 3 things. But the downside is if we get sabotaged, because it's not what you know, it's who you know as well. And you know, because I had to accept, you know, be like, oh yeah, you know, I can't just go tell people, but surely my parents aren't out there to sabotage me in there. But now it's like no one's sabotaging me, and I only used to just like put like a couple of sentences or paragraph up on Facebook where people used to sabotage me. Now it's like, you want to bring it, let's go. And if you sabotage me and I know about it, you're going to get called out, and a few hundred people are going to know about it. And if I choose to, you know, the odd thing, see what that one that's got 47,000 views right now, the stand for what you believe in because you believe in it. I haven't paid $7 for 1,000 views for that one. I haven't paid anything. It just went naturally, you know. So I'm yeah, I mean, if I really want to get the message out, I can, yeah, just post it on here and get 200 to 300 views, or I can pay $7, and then that person's name is going to be going out to like thousands of people. So I think that's part of the reason why, because now I'm just like, to hell with it. I used to put 2 or 3 sentences out there and people used to sabotage me, or I used to open up to my closest relatives and they used to sabotage me. So bring it, world. And since I've been like that, you know, there's like a 4 or 5 year period where people are like, you know, whatever, because the thing is you have always been a people pleaser, right? So they say, oh, you're acting like a teenager. Well, that's because how most teenagers act with people around them. But we were being ourselves as teenagers, which was the opposite, which was, oh, you know, I want to make sure these people are happy and that person is happy. I mean, you reap what you sow. You know, if you help others, when your time of need comes, they'll help you. And it's not about getting all this big paychecks. It's about all the people around your life, all this type of stuff. And I genuinely believed that until I just had too much sabotaging. All of a sudden it was just my closest friends and my closest relatives, and even my closest relatives were sabotaging me. And then when I went no contact with my family, it turned out my closest friends were bringing up things when I had no more support, and they all of a sudden had like 20 or 30 family members on their side, and they had people from the church or the rugby club or wherever it was I knew them from on their side as well, ganging up on me. You know, not physically, but just like spreading rumours and sabotaging me and stabbing me in the back. And so I was just like, I got to the point where it was just like, I'm not going to hide anything from anyone, and let's see what happens. And I had some backlash, but then I fought back, just stood my ground, you know. I said everything I had to say and I didn't back down. And then I did that multiple times with many people. And then there was other people just a couple of times. And now it's not like, that's why I went down that kind of like tough guy journey. But even then I wasn't tough. Even then, I was, but even then I wasn't cruel. You know, I was very considerate towards others, because when I was younger, I was like, if the bills are paid and I've got food on the table and I've got enough to cover my clothes, and let's say a friend wants to go out for dinner or something, I got enough money for that. Anything on top of that, I used to just buy things for people. And I know it's not much, but the thing is at the time is what I had, so it seemed like the world to me, you know. And now it's like, I got that side to me, but you know, it is who you know as well. And now I'm just putting to use all the knowledge I had before, with all those people gone, and now I'm getting places. But at the same time, life is meant for sharing. So there are people that are close to me, but you know, I'm in the position where I don't think they'll sabotage me, because they're on a similar path to me. Differences, there is differences. See, like my friend Kayla was a security guard. She is a lesbian and she's dating another chick called Elena. So they're in a similar field to me. So if they decided to, oh, you know what, we're going to get paid our annual soon, let's go do this degree like Daniel's doing, then they'll get paid the same amount as me. So there's no point in them sabotaging me. It's these other losers or people who think that there's only one way, and then, you know, this whole social hierarchy thing. Wow, that's totally different than what I thought. Hey, maybe it's the Odin in me speaking. See, I knew all this stuff when I was younger. I struggled to accept it, but the whole social thing, you know, all the social aspect was the one that really got me. That even your closest relatives can do it to you. Alright, see you.